Okay, so welcome to this tutorial. Very happy to announce that I'm launching Academy indietoken.xyz that will contain strategic courses. The plan is to launch 10 apps, first on web, then on Android, and then on iOS. And for tracking your progress on earning tokens, you will need to sign in with an email with a magic link. So review your spam folder. Is Google Firebase sending the email, a Firebase app, and then when verified, I have 0 tokens, so I can take the first CRISPR genetics course. There is a full introduction to CRISPR. I created this course using the latest Grok 4. So, for example, the first lesson is animal breeding, so you can watch the video. Read this: CRISPR accelerates animal breeding for better traits like disease resistance in livestock. So there is already genetic engineering on animals, and you can see here a real paper, CRISPR-Cas9 mediated gene editing in human. So you can see that there is a lot of real applications on papers, and you can query. You can then mark as completed to claim your token. So if I, for example, go to my profile, I have 1 token, so I can come back and you can watch all the lessons. The lessons, for example, this lesson is CRISPR optimizes microbes for fuel production, making renewable energy more efficient. So when you finish, you need to click on mark as complete. Hope you see the video, and then you check your profile, you have 2 tokens. Okay, the plan is to launch this as a single domain. This is the academy.indi.token, the subdomain root now, and the plan is on Indi token. Here you will have under projects all the earn tokens, all the projects that earn tokens, all our official apps. Okay, so thanks for seeing this video, and please go to this app and start learning CRISPR. That is very strategic. Genetic engineering is strategic, and here I compilate the best videos and resources and papers by Grok 4. Thanks for seeing this video, and please like and comment.